Back again, baseball fans, back again. About 9 o'clock Eastern Time, and we continue with the Howie Shanks Bingo Baseball League. Did some games earlier today, MV. So we're just keeping it moving right along here. And thanks to the community for taking a chance and hanging out with all three of us who've been doing this broadcast. MV, Steve Tate, and myself on our channels. I know that most people in this community like league replays or season replays and what have you. So trying to shake things up all the time here and do it a little bit different for those of you who like something a little bit out of the ordinary anyhow. Nothing too exotic, certainly. Perish the thought. So we're going to do a Howie Shanks game, then probably come back a little later with either some APA Baseball for PC, Out of the Park Baseball 24, or MLB The Show. Not sure which, but a good night for baseball, as I won't be able to broadcast then for the next couple days. I'm going to try to get in a little bit more tonight for the community. Let's move my logo out of the way, and let's get to it. All right, so looking at the standings, it looks like MV may have missed a game as there's some half game here. So we're going to kind of look and see what's going on. As I suspect, did I know that I can view a roster from the play screen? Yeah, there you go. I did not know that, but I guess I do now. Let's see. No, we have some. That's really weird that we have some half game. That usually signifies that a game was missed. Hopefully, everybody's caught up. All right. Anyhow, standings thus far: Detroit in first place, Steve Tate's team at 14-6. Hawaii 1.5 games back at 12-7. My team Mudville 13-9, 2 back. North Sound and Des Moines each 3.5 back at 11 wins, 10 losses. Cleveland and Manchester each playing 500 ball at 11-11 and 4 back. Jersey 10-11 and 4.5 back, and then Badlands 7-14, 7.5 games back, and 9.5 back with 5 wins, 16 losses. Arlington. So I think tonight, whatever. I need to fix Manchester and Cleveland first, their team colors. So let's do that first. So let's do Cleveland first as the red on the dark blue. A little bit tricky to see. So home background. Now let's cancel that. Let's just go home foreground. Make that this little shade of gray. Good. All right. And then to Manchester. Hope everybody has had a very good day. Got to roll up some games, spend time with those you love, whatever. Yeah, hope you had a great day. All right. Good. Now those are fixed and maybe even readable. All right. So I think we're going to go with North Sound and Cleveland, as they're kind of in the middle of the pack. Cleveland at 500 balls. We said North Sound at 11-10. So we're going to see Wright versus McJames. Let's get to the ballpark. All right, there we go. Doc McJames in there. All right. Let's get to it. And, of course, our hopes and prayers, wishes, and everything for Todd B. As his wife just, oh no, I do not want Bill Dahlin a catcher. What is going on there? Um, So Cleveland looking like a little bit of decimation going on here. Well, don't want Dahlin as catcher. So Bill Dahlin, I think, is going to have to DH. Don't know why this is set up this way. Thurman Munson certainly to catch. This is when you've got to do these weird things here. Actually, to be kind, yeah, so Joe Mauer is injured, and so Cleveland hurting for catchers. Hopefully Thurman Munson does really well here. Let's see if we can reline up that. Now it's trying to make Bill Joyce a catcher. That is not going to work. So there we go. And Bill Joyce should be the third baseman. What a mess this is. Let's try load versus, is there a second? Running into all kinds of problems here. And I guess we've got to let the computer, let's see, who should catch here? All right, Heavy Johnson's playing right. Let's look at who else is in right field. Boy, this team is really hurting. Might have to bring in Ferris Fain, who is a right fielder. But actually, no, I think I'm going to make Thurman Munson is going to catch. And, wow, what do we need? We need a DH. Let's look at who's been hitting on this team. Not my team, so, oof. Kluszewski injured, so Cleveland decimated with injuries right now, making this one a bit more difficult. I don't really see Bill Joyce as a DH, but I don't see any other choice here. So Bill Joyce is going to DH. We're going to move Munson up a little bit. And I guess we're going to let Bill Joyce DH. All right, here we go. All right. Munson catching. There we go. All right, we should be ready. All right, welcome baseball fans to Progressive Field, where it will be the North Sound Lumberjacks against the Cleveland Wild Things. Johnny Wright gets the start for North Sound. He's made 5 starts in the year, and he is 4-1 with an earned run average of 2.63, so one of the lower earned run averages in the league. This will be his first start against the Cleveland Wild Things, and he'll be opposed by Doc McJames. McJames, 3 starts in the year, and he's 2-0 with an average of 4.68. And this will be his first time facing North Sound. 72 degrees here at Cleveland, Ohio. Wind speed 8 miles per hour, right to left. Play ball! So, as we said, Cleveland just decimated by injuries. Al Simmons out, Ted Kluszewski out. So, some difficulty here right now, but still fielding a good team. Let's look at this starting lineup. From left to right in the outfield, Albert Bell, Willie Mays, Heavy Johnson. From first to third, Buck Leonard, Jackie Robinson, Robin Yount, Ken Boyer, Thurman Munson catching, and Doc McJames pitching. So this will be my first time seeing Buck Leonard in this league. Kluszewski usually playing first, but Leonard in there, and not so bad to have the Black Lou Gehrig. That's what he was called. Playing first for you. Doc McJames at 4.68 earned run average. He has walked 14, struck out 21, so rather high whip for him. Here comes Ben Chapman now. Ben Chapman to lead it off, acquired from the Cleveland Indians from last season. Hitting .255 here with a home run and 3 runs batted in. So enjoy, roll up a game while you're listening, and if you feel like chatting, Certainly enjoy it. The 1-2 delivery now from McJames. Spitball. Chapman sends this high fly ball to left field. Back, and this one is gone, gone, gone. So this one, a 379-foot shot, and Ben Chapman tallies one for the Lumberjacks here in the top of the first inning. That brings up George Sisler. Sisler hitting .261, 4 home runs, 12 runs batted in a game earlier today. Sisler was an MVP. Bats lefty. James deals to Sisler, the 3-2 pitch. And Sisler swinging a miss on that full count. McJames getting him on the fastball. So one away. McJames hanging up the K. And here comes Mike Trout, center fielder, hitting .208, 3 runs batted in. So Trout, a colder start to the season compared to last season with the Angels when he hit 39 home runs and 79 ribbies. McJames deals, count even on Trout, and Trout fooled on that pitch. This one catching the outside corner, 2 away. Left fielder Ryan Braun now will have a go, hitting just .217, 4 homers, 11 runs batted in. McJames sets and fires the 1-2 curveball, and Ryan Braun unable to catch up to that one. So 1 run on the Ben Chapman home run on 1 hit, no errors, 1/2 inning. The North Sound Lumberjacks 1 and the Cleveland Wild Things coming to bat. 3 here at the ballpark. Thank you very much for coming in and hanging out for a little bit. As Robin Yount will lead it off, but first we'll look at the starting defense here for the Lumberjacks. And left field is Ryan Braun, and center Mike Trout. And right field, Sammy Sosa. Let's go third to first around the horn. Why not? So Stan Hack in at third base. Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub, at short. Snuffy Sternweiss at second. George Sisler at first. Roy Campanella to catch. And Johnny Wright pitching. Johnny Wright having one of the better earned run averages in this crazy league of ours. And again, gone 4-1. He's walked 7, struck out 28, and a whip of .771. And the league hitting 173 against Johnny Wright. So Robin Yount steps in. Yount hitting .299 on the season with 7 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Beautiful, beautiful day for baseball here in Cleveland. Wright deals 3-1. Change up to Yount, and this one missing outside, and Robin Yount aboard. So Johnny Wright, despite his advanced billing, gives up the free pass to Yount to start the bottom of the first, and Yount has some speed. Bill Joyce necessarily in the DH position as catchers are decimated for this Cleveland team. Joyce hitting just 200 with 3 runs batted in. Yount into his lead at first. Wright deals, throws over, and Yount is back safely. Campanella sets the target. Johnny Wright brings it the 2-1 change, and Joyce pops this one high in the infield. Snuffy Sternweiss at second, calling for it and making the catch. So 1 away, runner on first for Albert Bell. Albert Bell starting to heat up a little bit here. 318, 7 home runs, 17 runs batted in for the former Cleveland left fielder. Johnny Wright sets and delivers. The 1-2 pitch, fastball, and big swing and a miss. So Albert Bell goes down, and hang up a K for Johnny Wright. 2 away, runner at first for the Black Lou Gehrig. Buck Leonard hitting just .229, 2 home runs, 7 runs batted in. Last season, Buck Leonard posted a .346 average with 34 home runs, 139 runs batted in. So just like Pop Lloyd and Hannes Wagner, and they're very, very similar in their stats and play styles, so too with Buck Leonard and Lou Gehrig. Yount leads off first with 2 down. Johnny Wright deals the payoff pitch, fastball to Leonard. This one popped in the infield. So Johnny Wright gives up the leadoff walk to Robin Yount. Sternweiss makes the play. No harm, no foul. Literally. We go to the top of the second. It's the North Sound Lumberjacks 1. The Cleveland Wild Things nothing here at Progressive Field, Cleveland, Ohio. Sammy Sosa will lead off here. Sosa hitting just .212, 4 home runs, 9 runs batted in. An earlier game today in Detroit, of course, Mark McGuire went yard. So McGuire having a slightly better season than Sosa. Of course, McGuire and Sosa chasing Maris's record that famous year. And McJames deals to Sammy Sosa. Count even on Sosa and a swing and a miss. And Doc McJames has fanned 4 in this inning. So despite the high opponent average against him and the high whip, McJames just bringing the good stuff today in his tool bag. Mr. Cub now hitting .337, 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Trying to solve McJames here. The Doc winds and fires. Curveball, this one just bouncing off of Banks' leg. Banks is fine though, so he's aboard, so a hit batsman. And here's Snuffy Sternweiss, formerly the New York Yankees, .270 hitter this season, 3 home runs, 12 ribbies, hit .308 last year, 10 home runs, 64 runs batted in for the Yanks. McJames comes with it now. Fastball to Sternweiss. This one gets past Thurman Munson, wild pitch, and Ernie Banks moves into scoring position here. So 1 down, McJames once again with the 1-2 spitball. Sternweiss, base hit into right center, and Willie Mays gets to this ball quickly, fires it into Jackie Robinson. Runners at the corners, Ernie Banks at thirds, Sternweiss at first, and here's Roy Campanella. Campanella hitting at a .244 clip with 3 runs batted in. McJames from the set and deals the 1-0. Fastball, there it goes Sternweiss, and the hit and run was on. Line to Albert Bell. Bell with the strong throw from left field. Buck Leonard has it, and they have doubled up Sternweiss to end the inning. So great play by Bell in left field on the outfield assist. And we've played 1.5, and it's D. Scott Howard's Lumberjacks of the North Sound 1 and Todd B's Wild Things nothing. Cleveland will now send up Heavy Johnson, Jackie Robinson, and Willie Mays. All 3, of course, having played in the Negro Leagues. Jackie Robinson, Willie Mays inducted to the Hall of Fame as Major League Baseball players. Heavy Johnson as a Negro Leaguer. Heavy hitting .333, 5 home runs, 17 runs batted in. Serious bat here. Last season hitting .372. Johnny Wright with a strikeout and a walk deals now the 3-1. Johnson on the 8-game hitting streak. Fastball and lined right to Snuffy Sternweiss. So 1 up, 1 down. Lots of games today. Absolutely. Mick trying to keep it going along, and welcome in. To address your comment, yeah, Steve just putting in Aaron today. He wanted the bat, realized he was playing him out of position. Luckily, Hank Aaron not part of any sort of bad plays there at third, and Detroit with an absolute smackdown of Jersey. But yeah, I would be. He has such a deep lineup to be able to have Hank Aaron on the bench is something in and of itself. All right, here is Jackie Robinson now. Jackie hitting .281 in the season, a home run, 10 runs batted in. Johnny Wright sets and fires. Full count to Jackie Robinson. Curveball lined once again right to Snuffy Sternweiss. So playing them both perfectly, hoping that the crowd will forget. Although this is not his hometown, of course, his home team crowd, whatever. But that everybody will forget that gaff where he was doubled off by Albert Bell. Wright deals the 1-1 to Willie Mays. This fastball sent high to left. Ryan Braun back draws the beat on it and makes the catch to retire Mays in the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. And after 2, it's the Lumberjacks 1 and the Wild Things nothing. As Stan Hack steps in, acquired from the Chicago Cubs, and Stan Hack basically playing a supporting role in this team, hitting .174 with 1 run batted in. Again, this Cleveland team absolutely decimated by injuries. Um, some players not expected back for 2 or 3 or for another month or 2 months. McJames deals to Stan Hack the 0-2 curve. Fly ball to left, and Albert Bell giving chase near the corner in left field. 1 up, 1 down. And there is World's Worst Gamer. How you doing there, Worlds? Good to see you, buddy. And it's good to see a wrench beside your name again. All right, back at the top of the order, Ben Chapman, 1 for 1. Solo Jack back in the first, and that has been the only tally in this game. It's 1-0. McJames deals. Here's the 1-2. Chapman not able to catch up to that fastball as it catches the inside edge. So 2 away for George Sisler, who's 0 for 1. The first baseman struck out. McJames now up to 5 Ks. He deals to Sisler, the 1-2 fastball. Sisler base hit left field. Bell gets it in there out quickly, and George Sisler aboard. And Sisler definitely serious speed. 5 steals this year, 28 last year. George Sisler acquired from the St. Louis Browns. Mike Trout, 0 for 1 in the box now. The center fielder struck out back in the first. 2 away, 1-0 your score. McJames with the 1-2 fastball. Trout swings. Fly ball to medium left, and Albert Bell closes his glove around it to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Bottom of the third, it's still 1-0 North Sound as Thurman Munson, Ken Boyer, and Robin Yount come to bat for the Cleveland Wild Things. Munson hitting an even 200, 5 runs batted in. So the Wild Things at 11-11 despite the injuries, and the Lumberjacks at 11-10. 11-10. Right deals. 0-2 fastball to Munson. Little chopper to second. Sternweiss over to Sisler. So Snuffy Sternweiss at second making a lot of putouts there today. And here comes Ken Boyer now. Hot corner man. Ken Boyer hitting 272, 2 home runs, 10 runs batted in for him. Right deals the 2-0. And Boyer sends this curveball, lazy fly ball to left. Ryan Braun barely having to move. Makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Back at the top of the order, and Robin Yount, who walked in the first. Writes 1-0 delivery. Fastball to Robin Yount. And fly ball, center. And Trout making the play. Be right back, guys. Rather important. Guys, back with you now. Ryan Braun batting with 2 down here. He struck out against McJames. McJames with 5 Ks. The 1-2 pitch, spitball, comebacker to the mound. McJames fields it and on to Buck Leonard. 1 up, 1 down. So World's Worst Gamer says, just woke up shaking off the cobwebs. Sleep is all out of order, like Robbie Howie Shanks' league team is. Absolutely. Now, I know about sleep being out of order. Start another wicked stretch tomorrow, but still want to try to get in as many games as I can in the coming days. They'll be later, but that'll be fine. But I get that, man. Just relax, sit back. Any garbage comes in, I'll take care of it. Just no worries, man. Just chill out. All right, Sammy Sosa, 0 for 1. Went out. He struck out his last time up. So McJames fires it in, fastball, and this one lined, and what a great play by Ken Boyer. He dives and stabs this one out of the air before extending full on to the infield dirt. So 2 down, McJames with the doff of the cap to Boyer. And stepping in now, Ernie Banks. He was plunked by McJames back in the second. McJames wheels and deals the changeup, and base hit, and no hitter broken up. So McJames surrenders his first hit, a single to right by Ernie Banks, and brings up Snuffy Sternweiss, who is 1 for 1. He singled and would end up being doubled off by Albert Bell. So McJames with a check of Banks at first. Buck Leonard holding him close. James brings it, and Banks on the move. The throw down to Leonard, and Banks just back. So Banks, another half step, and he would have been gunned down. Great play by Thurman Munson behind the dish. So again, trying to keep Banks honest with 2 down. Lumberjacks trying something a little bit aggressive. McJames deals. And there goes Banks, the throw down by Munson, and they got Ernie Banks. So they were looking steal, and they got him. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And we head to the bottom of inning number 4. The score remains 1-0. Lumberjacks over the Wild Things. Yeah, I see that, man. It's a long day for me too, McF, so thank you very much. There you go. So, yep, no-hitter continues, as it were. These aren't my teams, so there you are. 4 or 5 games yesterday, a couple today. 2-1 to Bill Joyce, but thanks, bud. And line to Snuffy Sternweiss. It's the Snuffy Sternweiss show today. So 1 away for Albert Bell, who struck out. Wright deals the 1-2. Bell swing and a miss. And Johnny Wright picks up strikeout number 2. 2 away. Buck Leonard, who was nothing for 1. Popped to second back in the first. Wright deals. Here's the 2-1. And this one popped behind the plate. Campanella giving chase toward the backstop, and this one just out of play. Buck Leonard getting another look, to count even on him. Wright brings home the curve. Base hit, left field. And a good solid base hit. Leonard going for 2, the slide, the tag, and he is safe. So hesitation by Buck Leonard, and makes it to second. 3rd double of the year for Buck Leonard. So runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 4th for Heavy Johnson. So Cleveland would like to get a number up on the board. Injuries hurting this team. Johnson lined to second back in the second. Wright deals. The 0-1. Johnson swings in his fastball. Base hit to left. And coming around third is Buck Leonard. As Bell gets to the ball, Leonard will come in to score. The throw to second. Heavy Johnson is safe. So Johnson picking up the RBI double, and the Cleveland Wild Things indeed tied up here in the bottom of the 4th. We're knotted at 1 as Jackie Robinson strides to the plate. Jackie lined to second back in the second. Heavy Johnson, not really. He has some speed. 2 steals this season, 15 last year. Wright brings it, the 3-0 to Jackie. Fastball, and this one missing. Robinson not even moving his bat. Runners at the corners now for Willie Mays. Say Kid fly to deep left back in the second. And Wright deals the 3-1. Willie Mays gets the walk. Johnny Wright having trouble finding the strike zone. And here's Thurman Munson. Munson right now hitting a 1.98. He grounded to second his last time up. So Johnson, Heavy Johnson at third, Jackie Robinson at second, Willie Mays at first. So kind of cool to see 3 former Negro Leaguers on there with the bases loaded. 3 Hall of Famers. Johnny Wright winds and deals. Here's the 2-0 to Thurman Munson. The curveball Chopping ground ball to third. Stan Hack will go to Sternway's covering, and that will end the threat. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They leave him loaded, and we have played 4, and we are knotted at 1. Yeah, I definitely think he pitched around May's world's worst gamer. I definitely think so. All right, Sternway's nothing for 1 to lead it off, and Doc McJames pitching a fine ball game here. 5 strikeouts for him. He has yet to walk a batter. So here we go. McJames into his wind in the 1-2. Curveball chopped to short. Yount takes it on the hop and on to Buck Leonard to retire Sternways for out number 1. As the Howie Shanks Bingo Baseball League moves on. And, I will tell you that Big Clue has come up with a brilliant idea for when we go into the Howie Shanks thing after this season's over. And this upcoming draft, I am not going to spill any beans on it yet. But if everybody is fine with it, whoever's managing it, this is even going to be a bigger challenge to draft than just random years. Random years are still in it, but there's another component. So digging deeper and deeper into our baseball resources, our own knowledge and everything for this possible next draft, which I think is absolutely crazy. So stay tuned for news on that. Don't want to let anything out of the bag yet, but it looks like something that's absolutely just going to be so much fun to do. All right, here's Roy Campanella. Campanella is 0 for 1. He lined to left. And that is when Sternweiss was caught by Albert Bell. James deals the 3-1 to Canby. Fly ball center field. Mays back on this ball. Backpedaling, makes the catch. So 2 away for Stan Hack. The third baseman gave it a ride deep down the left field line last time up. McJames into his motion, the 0-2 curveball. Hack base hit into center field. Jackie Robinson making a rather valiant effort at this, but this gets over the glove and into center field to the Say kid. 2 away, Hack on at first. Ben Chapman 1 for 2. He has homered and struck out in the game. McJames deals. Chapman, well, there goes the runner. Hack gets the steal, so Stan Hack gets into scoring position. As McJames checks Hack at second, 2 down, the delivery to Ben Chapman, the 0-1, and that's strikeout number 6 to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left in scoring position, bottom of the 5th. And we are knotted at 1. As Ken Boyer will lead it off, and then Robin Yount and Bill Joyce. Johnny Wright had some trouble finding the strike zone last inning, but able to get out of it with minimum damage, just 1 run. The delivery to Ken Boyer, 0-2 fastball, chopped up the middle. Ernie Banks ranging to his left, barehands it down to George Sisler at first for 1 out. So that takes care of Boyer, and here's Robin Yount showing that Hall of Fame insignia on his card. These aren't on everybody's card, but again, great designs by Steve Tate here. As Wright brings it to Yount, the 2-2 delivery, and Robin Yount, big cut and a miss. Strikeout on the fastball by Johnny Wright. So it looks like he's finding the strike zone effectively now. 2 away, Bill Joyce has popped to second and lined to second, contributing to the snuffy Sternweiss show here. Johnny Wright winds and fires the 1-2 fastball, and Bill Joyce becomes the 4th strikeout victim for Johnny Wright. We go to the 6th inning in this fast-moving game, and we are knotted at 1. Sisler will lead it off. George Sisler, Mike Trout, and Ryan Braun. Sisler 1 for 2. Singled back in the 3rd. McJames deals the 0-1. Sisler swings in the curve. Come back to McJames, who fires onto Buck Leonard. So McJames making a couple of nice plays off the bump to accompany 6 strikeouts. And here's Mike Trout. Nothing for 2 against Doc McJames. He sets and fires, full count, and this one missing just low, and Mike Trout aboard with one away. Trout definitely a threat to steal. 2 steals this season, and 24 for him last year. As left fielder Ryan Braun digs in the right side of the box, he is struck out, ground to the pitcher. One away, and the Wild Things battery keeping a close eye on Mike Trout at first. McJames, Munson out to talk to him really quickly. Now McJames ready to deal. The 1-1, and there goes the runner. The hit and run was on. This one, long foul ball into left field, and Albert Bell gives chase, but this one just twisting on the wrong side of the pole if you're Ryan Braun. So Trout was off with that pitch. Count 1-2, one away. Let's see if Trout goes again. McJames with the check of the runner. The runner does not go, and a big swing and a miss. Strikeout number 7 for Doc McJames, pitching a gem here today for Cleveland, knowing they need this. And here is Sammy Sosa, the right fielder, nothing for 2, struck out and lined out. McJames deals. There goes Mike Trout. Thurman Munson up, but Trout too much speed this time. And Mike Trout picks up his 3rd stolen base. So Trout in scoring position. Sosa back in the box. Here's the 0-1. Sosa swings, and this one grounded hard to left. And coming around to score is Mike Trout. Sammy Sosa picking up the RBI single, and North South Lumberjacks take the lead here, 2-1 in the top of the 6th with 2 away. So Sammy Sosa, 18 steals last season, has yet to pull for one this season as Thurman Munson sets the target, and for Doc McJames, Ernie Banks 1 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and singled back in the 4th. James deals. There goes Sosa, the throw down. Sammy Sosa gets the steal. So how about that one, baseball fans? I'm getting these big hitters to steal. So fun at the old ball yard, as it were. The ball orchard, as they would call it in the 19th century. So deal with that imagery. How about it? McJames ready to work now. The 0-1 to Mr. Cobb. And they will intentionally walk Ernie Banks with a free pass to pitch to Snuffy Sternweiss. Certainly a much less dangerous hitter, but Sternweiss, he's also 1 for 2. James deals, payoff pitch, fastball, and this one inside and low. And the bases are loaded for Roy Campanella. So Doc McJames, who has pitched a well in the ball game now with 2 outs, having to face Roy Campanella, run in here in the 6th. McJames nowhere to put the great Dodger catcher. Here is the wind in the 0-2, changeup, and strikeout number 8. So McJames coming in clutch there, and North Sound manages a run of 1 hit, no errors. They leave him loaded. Doc McJames, just 8 strikeouts, doing it what he has to do. Bottom of the 6th now, and it's 2-1 Lumberjacks. And yeah, how about it? Roy Campanella, you're absolutely right. Campanella looking for his first dinger. Another guy in this league who has yet to homer is Joe DiMaggio. So some surprises there. Good way to go in this season. Albert Bell, nothing for 2. And the left fielder has struck out twice against Johnny Wright. Johnny Wright settled down a little bit now with 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. Let's see how he does here. Wright sets and fires. Here's the 1-1. Curveball. Bell sends this one high and deep to left. Ryan Braun, though, will get back to the track and make the catch. Big loud out for Albert Bell. Now Buck Leonard to bat. Leonard has popped to second, and then a double over short back in the fourth. Cousin Ken Castro in here with us. Says lots of parity in this league thus far. Indeed there is. Indeed there is. So Cousin Ken's saying he's going to be pretty good to go for the KCCL continuation of that tournament. Really wanting to get back to that. Missing it. All right, right deals to Buck Leonard. Here's the 0-2 fastball. Leonard sends this one high to left field, but once again, Ryan Braun will bring it down. So 2 quick outs here. Pardon me, and here is Heavy Johnson. Johnson RBI single, scoring Buck Leonard back in the fourth, tying this game. Johnny Wright sets and fires with the bases empty. The 3-1 fastball, and Heavy Johnson takes ball 4 high, and a runner aboard here for Jackie Robinson. So the Wild Things looking for Jackie to get something done here. He is lined to second and walked. So Johnny Wright has been a little less consistent than his mound opponent, Doc McJames. So that's the 4-3 pass issued by Johnny Wright. He sets and fires to Jackie. The 1-2, and it's a strikeout, number 5. So after 5 complete, the score remains the Lumberjacks 2, the Wild Things 1. So D. Scott Howard's team with a thin lead going into the top of the 7th. McJames looking strong out there. And again, the line on him, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks through 6 innings of work thus far. Stan Hack will lead it off here, followed by Thurman Munson and Ken Boyer. Stan Hack has flied out and singled. McJames, count even, and that's strikeout number 9. This one in the outside corner. McJames at 123 pitches, good for 150. Then Chapman now 1 for 3 with a homer. McJames toes the rubber, the leg kick, and the 0-1. Fastball to Chapman, long fly ball to left, but Albert Bell back on the track makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down for George Sisler. Sisler 1 for 3. Singled in the game. McJames sets and fires. Sisler on the first pitch, changeup, routine fly ball to right field. Heavy Johnson brings it in, middle of the 7th. It is 2-1. Lumberjacks over the Wild Things. All right, we are back. Bottom of the 7th, Willie Mays, Thurman Munson, and Ken Boyer due up. 2-1 Lumberjacks lead. Willie Mays has flied out and walked. Johnny Wright staying on there. His pitch count at 104. He's good for 150. Wright deals the 2-0 fastball. Mays sends this one to left field. This one has distance. This one back. This one deep. And this one gone. And Cleveland needing a shot in the arm. Willie Mays provides the medicine. And in the bottom of the 7th, the Cleveland Wild Things tie it up. Whole new ball game now here, knotted at 2. Good battle between these two teams, especially Cleveland, just again riddled with injuries. As Thurman Munson steps in, the catcher nothing for 2. He's grounded to second and to third. Wright deals. Payoff pitch now. Fastball to Munson. Munson laying off and draws the free pass. So Johnny Wright delivering his 5th walk. So he's even on walks and strikeouts at 5 apiece. Aaron Reed coming into the ballpark. He says, adios amigos. Let's say, hey kid, absolutely. Mays got all of that ball. So Munson on, nobody out. Johnny Wright to deal to Ken Boyer, nothing for 2 in the contest. Full count to Boyer, change up, and that's strikeout number 6. This one in at the knees, a little buckler there to take care of Boyer. We get back to the top of the order and Robin Yount. So Johnny Wright now 6 strikeouts, 5 walks. It's kind of been back and forth for him. But Johnny Wright, despite not pitching a very sharp ball game, just keeping Cleveland to just 2 runs. Or I'm sorry, keeping Cleveland to 2 runs. Munson on at first, 1 away. And here's Johnny Wright pitching the changeup, long fly ball. Mike Trout back on it. This one off the wall. Munson should score. And the throw to the plate, the tag, and he is safe. And now the Cleveland Wild Things, for the first time, taking the lead in this game. And it's 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Again, guys, with a few more of you in here, ask you to send along your thoughts, good vibes, prayers, whatever it is, to Todd B and his wife. His wife just going through some serious surgery. Informed me last night during my MLB The Show broadcast that he's going to be taking a little break, but coming in to watch when he can. So for our good friend Todd B, who's the inspiration for this league, we're pulling for you, man. Okay? So if you guys don't see him around, that is why. All right, so Bill Joyce, through necessity, DH duties, he is nothing for 3. Just no catchers, no first baseman, no third baseman. Everybody hurt on this team. And Johnny Wright delivers the 1-2 to Bill Joyce. Remember, of course, you saw Bill Joyce in the Greedy League. Long fly ball to right. Sosa has it at the wall. And this one fouled out, though, or this one gets out of play, I should say. So Joyce just a little bit early. If he hung back just a bit, that might have been a home run. So Yount in scoring position, 1 away, 2 in, right with the 1-2 delivery. Fastball, and that will be a late called strike 3. And that's strikeout number 7 for Johnny Wright. 2 down, and here's Albert Bell trying to get a little bit of insurance for the Wild Things. Bell nothing for 3, however. 2 strikeouts, fly to deep left. Wright brings it to Albert Bell, the 1-0. Curveball, and Bell chops this one to short. Mr. Cub up with it. Plenty of time. Throws on to George Sisler to retire Albert Bell, but 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the 8th, and the Cleveland Wild Things 3, and the North Sound Lumberjacks 2. Game now at 48 minutes, so we're going to be in and out of here quickly. Mike Trout, nothing for 2. McJames getting close to his pitch count now. He's good for another 24 pitches, and what a game he has pitched. 9 strikeouts, 3 walks, a couple nice plays off the bump. And ready to face Mike Trout, who's nothing for 2. McJames fires it in, full count to Trout. Fastball misses. Ball 4, and McJames issues his 4th free pass of the game. And here comes Ryan Braun, who's been frustrated today. Nothing for 3. Yeah, probably jinxed it for extra innings. Who knows? Probably as soon as you mention the time of the game, that gets you into extra innings, Mick. Good call there, buddy. Mick corrected me on a play early, or on a game situation early, so thank you, Mick, for that as well. All right, so Mike Trout in this game with a stolen base. James delivers the 2-2, infield guard in the lines, and that is the 10th strikeout by Doc McJames. Ryan Braun just shaking his head as he walks away. On a called strike 3, McJames pitching like Walter Johnson should be in this league. Walter Johnson, surprisingly not doing so well early on. Again, we're only 5 weeks into the season as far as the game calendar goes, but Walter Johnson might be watching McJames and saying, but that's supposed to be me doing that. So 10 strikeouts, 4 walks, and here's Sammy Sosa batting with 1 down. Trout at first. Sosa 1 for 3, RBI single, scoring Mike Trout back in the 6th after Trout had stolen second. But James brings it, throws over, and Trout back ahead of Buck Leonard's tag. Dusts himself up. But James brings it home now. The 1-2 to Sosa. Fastball in there at the knees, and another called strike 3. That is strikeout number 11 for Doc McJames. This Cleveland club and these fans have needed a pitching performance like this. James holding on now. It's going to be guts here all the way through. Ernie Banks, 1 for 1. 2 away, Trout at first. McJames, the 2-2. Fastball, Ernie Banks, liner to center, and Willie Mays catches it. So side retired, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on due to a walk, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. The Wild Things 3 and the Lumberjacks 2. And it will be Buck Leonard, Heavy Johnson, and Jackie Robinson due up. The Black Lou Gehrig is 1 for 3, line to double over short. And sometimes we should call Lou Gehrig the White Buck Leonard. Gotta be fair. Right deals. Full count on Buck Leonard. Changeup. And that's strikeout number 8 for Johnny Wright as Buck Leonard swings right through that one. So Johnny Wright, 8 strikeouts, 5 walks. So 19 strikeouts combined by these two pitchers. Starters still in the game here. Heavy Johnson, RBI single, scored Buck Leonard back in the 4th. He walked in the 6th inning. Campanella sets the target. Wright toes the rubber. The 0-1 curve. Johnson sends this to right field. Sosa ranging back on it, and he will make the over-the-shoulder catch. 2 up, 2 down for second baseman Jack Roosevelt Robinson. He is lined out, walked, and struck out. Wright deals to Jackie. The 0-2 fastball. Robinson come back to the mound. Right to Sisler. This is going to be close. They get Jackie Robinson by a quarter of a step. And we go to the top of the 9th. Pardon me, Doc McJames looking tired out there. And the home manager obviously not here. So I'm going to make a decision here. And it looks like Earl Caldwell. It looks like Dick Raditz actually is his best closer. Although by the numbers, Earl Caldwell would be the only marginally better choice. So we're going to go with Dick Raditz to close it out. So McJames exited the game and pitched an absolute gem. Raditz looking to close it down here. 3-2 your score here in the top of the 9th. And Snuffy Sternweiss, Roy Campanella, and Stan Hack due up for D. Scott Howard's North Sound Lumberjacks. Raditz has finished his warm-up pitch. As a quick look, his ERA a lofty 16.20. He's 0-1, 1 2/3 innings pitched. He's walked 3, struck out 3, a whip, an unspeakable 3.600, and league hitting 429 against him, but really the only bona fide closer on this team. Raditz ready to fire, acquired from the Boston Red Sox. Dealing to a Yankee, how about that? Here we go. The former Yankee, the 0-2 curveball, and Sternweiss, this one in at the knees, called strike 3. So Raditz 2 outs away from getting the save here, and the Wild Things looking to go above 500 at 12-11 and send the Lumberjacks to 500 at 11-11. Roy Campanella, still looking for his first home run. He's had 44 at-bats. No dingers for Campanella. Last year, 31 homers with the Dodgers. Campanella struck out back in the 6th, and MV says he can't sleep, up again. Aaron Reed says he hopes this game goes on for a while. Well, can always just do another one. So MV, according to Steve, we can just do BBX files. So I'm going to try that. MV calling a good game today. My Mudville team did a Battle of the Somme shelling against Badlands, and then lost the next one to them, but not by much. So MV calling a great game, picking up the baseball lingo and doing it up right. Roy Campanella now waits for the delivery from Dick Raditz. Here's the 0-2 curveball, fly ball, shallow center. Willie Mays running in and making a nice catch. So it is down to Stan Hack. To see if he can tie it up here. Raditz, hometown crowd on its feet. The delivery, the count even on Stan Hack. Fastball, and this one's going to go for extra bases. He punches it down the left field line. Heavy Johnson giving chase. Hack rounds second. Hack rounding third. Johnson fires it in. Hits the cutoff man Jackie Robinson. The throw to third. Boyer's tag. Not in time. Unbelievable. And here is Ben Chapman, who has a home run in this game. In fact, led off the game with a home run. And the tying run just 90 feet away. Aaron Reed saying he hopes this game goes on for a while, and he might just get his wish, as the tying run is just 90 feet away. Raditz under a lot of pressure here, coming in and getting 2 out, and then that big triple by Stan Hack. Munson sets the target. Raditz shakes him off. Now he has one he likes, comes to the set position, and full count on Chapman. Change up, fly ball, routine to center field, and Raditz gets the job done. Cleveland comes back to win this one 3-2 over the North Sound Lumberjacks. Nice big applause from this Cleveland crowd needing this win. So North Sound now falling to 500. They're at 11-11, and Cleveland a game above 500. 12 wins and 11 losses. The line for Cleveland 3-4-0, for North Sound 2-7-0. Looking at highlights for North Sound on a losing cause, Stan Hack 2 for 4 with a triple and a stolen base, and Ben Chapman 1 for 5 with a home run. And the highlight for Cleveland, Willie Mays 1 for 2 with a homer. So McJames gets the win. He goes to 3-0. What a game Doc McJames pitched. We'll talk about that in a second. And Johnny Wright tagged with the loss. He will fall to 4-2. Let's have a look at our pitching here. So Johnny Wright pitched 8 innings, 3 runs, all earned, was touched up for a home run, walked 5, struck out 8. So an ERA at 2.73. Again, still one of the best in the league, surprisingly. Doc McJames pitched 8 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Gave up a home run, walked 4, struck out 11. And according to the game, not even bringing his best stuff. How about that? But anyhow, goes to 3-0. Dick Raditz gets the save, works an inning in relief with a strikeout. So lowers his ERA ever so slightly. Let's check in here. The MVP, Doc McJames, well-deserved game-winning RBI, Robin Yount. So had a few steals in this game, and all from the North Sound Lumberjacks. Stan Hack, Mike Trout, and Sammy Sosa each with steals. Ernie Banks caught stealing. And Snuffy Sternweiss was doubled off second, so we had an outfield assist by Albert Bell. That's his second of the season. North Sound stranded 8, Cleveland stranded 6. So that does that game. And for some bizarre reason, we have a half games in the standing. There's somewhere back on this calendar a game was skipped. So, because at the end of each game day, these should all be zeros. So I'm not sure where, when I finish this up, if there's still a half game, I'm going to have to, or somebody, whoever gets the BBX file next or what have you, go back and check. I do think there was a game missed. All right. World's Worst Gamer saying that Campanella left 5 on and needs to get going. He certainly does. MV, I'll wait but check any new injuries before you do, and let's see if they carry over. I'll just check right now. In fact, I know there are because Cleveland is just absolutely riddled um, with injuries, and also we're going to have to babysit Todd's team. So we have three injuries just on this team. Ted Kluszewski out until 11 July, Joe Mauer out until 22nd June, and Al Simmons out till 11 June. Heavy Johnson and Albert Bell are going to be needing some rest. So whoever's playing next, if we could do Todd B a favor and kind of babysit his team, Albert Bell and Heavy Johnson um, reaching their uh, reaching their threshold, their fatigue threshold. But I know that MV is looking to see about Chicky. Yep, Stahl is out until 28 May. So they did indeed move over. Um, but wow, yeah, Cleveland pulls out a win despite the nasty injuries. But we do have a missing. I think we have a missing game here, but we'll find out as we autoplay these. So it's gonna be. This one would be a good one though to play. Actually, yeah, seriously, because Mauer is a new injury, so Joe Mauer's out. Cleveland really, really hurting. That's why I had to put Bill Joyce in a DH. There was no other choice. The only other guy that could DH is hitting 199 on the season. So um, Bill Joyce hitting marginally better. Joyce had a much better time in the McGreevy League than he is here in the Shanks League. We may do Manchester and Des Moines, so we're going to leave that one. Detroit Arlington. Here we go. Last place team versus first place team. Lowe and Horland um, are the starters. Again, we're just going to auto this one out. See if Robbie Wartburg can get his sixth win. And it's not going to happen this time. Ouch. 10 to nothing. Detroit feasting on Arlington. We'll take a quick look at that box score. Wow. So, how about it? Um, oh, just wicked. So Detroit goes to 15 and 6, 10 runs, 16 hits, no errors. Arlington manages just two hits and one error. And that error was by Hannes Wagner. Wagner doubled. No real highlights for Arlington. Detroit just going nuts here. Bryce Harper 2 for 5 with two home runs. Fred Dunlap goes 3 for 5 with a home run, and Johnny Bench 3 for 5, a home run, 2 runs batted in. MVP of this game, Bryce Harper. So the woes for Arlington continue, and because Robbie works for the Texas Rangers, it looks like Atlanta's in there, I think, for a 3 game set. So we won't be seeing Robbie for a little while. So, yeah. Okay. Whew. That was not nice at all. Okay, so Ellsworth versus Barry Zito, my club, Mudville, against Badlands. And when I'm broadcasting, I don't manage my team, so we'll auto this out. And Mudville defeated by Badlands 6-4, so Mudville drops to 13 and 10. The Badlands improved to 8 and 14. Zito gets the win. Ellsworth gets the loss. George Foster goes 2 for 4 with a home run, so knocks his fourth out. I'll just take a quick look at the box score on that one. And this is a good back and forth game, but it was a 4-run fifth by the Badlands Badlands Sentimentals that put it away. Mudville in a losing cause, though. The bat's working really well. George Foster again, 2 for 4 with a home run. Pop Lloyd continues. He is tearing up this league like nobody's business. Pop acquired from the Homestead Grays. 2 for 3 with a home run in this game and 2 runs batted in. Jimmy Fox goes 1 for 4 with a homer. Chris Bryant, who's been playing some excellent baseball for Badlands, and who knows, maybe somebody wanting to add a little additional power, like maybe me, um, might want to try to work a trade at some point. But Brian, 2 for 4 the home run and 4 runs batted in for him. So we will jump out of this one. We can look at pitching here really, really quickly. Um, so Barry Zito with 6 strikeouts in the game. I guess that's about the best we can say about that one. All right. Now we have a double header here. So Jersey versus Hawaii. And so unfortunately, one of the bugs in this game is it doesn't give us the starting pitchers for both games of a doubleheader, which is a bit of a drag. So, but the first one's Whitey Ford and Johnny Antonelli. So it's up to you guys. We could either do Manchester versus Des Moines since Manchester's here. Don't know how long MV is going to stay here. The Des Moines manager, I don't believe, is here. Or we could do game one of this Jersey Hawaii doubleheader. Whitey Ford and Johnny Antonelli. Ford taking the hill for Jersey, Antonelli for Hawaii. Or we could just auto it out and go to the KCCL dead ball tournament. Or everybody can say Beatles eternally go away or put up MLB the show or Ernie Harwell. We don't want to hear you anymore. Um, so, um, so Sim, yours, you're already tucked in. All right. Manchester, Des Moines. Here we go. Donaldson versus Steve Carlton. And Des Moines wins this one 5-2. Carlton gets the win. Donaldson takes the loss. Let's look at the box score. Manchester falls to 1 game below 500. They're now at 11 and 12. Des Moines 2 games above 500. So Des Moines um, starting to make some noise in the league at 12 and 10. Des Moines 5-10 and 0. Manchester 2-5 and 0. Donaldson in the game went 6 1/3, 9 hits, 5 runs. MV all earned, a home run, a walk, 4 strikeouts. So John Donaldson, his ERA goes up to 6.85. Martin Diego comes in, works 1 2/3 innings in relief and struck out 2. ERA 2.57 for him. Steve Carlton gets his second win. He went the distance, 2 runs, both earned. Was touched up for 2 home runs, walked 2, struck out 4. So not exactly a sharp performance by Steve Carlton, but a win is a win is a win. The losing cause for Manchester, however, Mike Schmidt does go 1 for 3 with a home run. Josh Gibson 1 for 4 with a dinger. Giancarlo Stanton for victorious Des Moines goes 1 for 3 with a homer and 3 runs batted in. And MVP Steve Carlton in that game. And Andrew Jones and Giancarlo Stanton each injured. These look to be just one-day injuries. So a couple injuries. Injuries going off the hook, but we left them on here. All right. So Ford and Antonelli. Here we go. I think the game just can't tell which is which. So we're going to go ahead and just auto these two, I think. Oh, my God. So Jersey absolutely clobbers Hawaii 12-1. So Hawaii drops to 12 and 8. They're not going to be too happy about that. Steve Tate will be happy that Hawaii lost and Mudville lost. Look at the box score here in game one. Whitey Ford gets the win. He goes to 3 and 2. Johnny Antonelli drops to 1 and 3. Jersey 12 runs, 9 hits, no errors. So Jersey finally getting out from under Detroit, but playing a tough team here and doing it right. Hawaii, 1 win, 8 hits, 1 run, 8 hits, 2 errors for Jersey. Norm Cash goes 3 for 4 with 2 home runs and 5 runs batted in. Ichiro 3 for 5 with a home run, and he batted in 4. Steve O'Neill for Hawaii goes 2 for 3 with a double. No injuries in this game. MVP is Norm Cash. So just curious to look at the pitching here to see what in blazes happened. And here it was. It was a 9-run first by Jersey. Wowza, wowza, wowza. So Antonelli gets rocked. Antonelli lasted an inning. 5 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned, 2 home runs, 3 walks, and a strikeout. Melton comes in, works 5 1/3 inning to try to just do some stop the bleeding, mop it up, whatever. 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. walked 3, struck out 5, and then Carl Lundgren 2 2/3 innings in relief, touched up for a home run and a walk. So absolute disaster there. Whitey Ford with 6 strikeouts and 3 walks and 9 innings of work, and only touched up for 1. Whew, nasty, nasty game. So let's look at this, man. So if we look at Jersey here, so Suzuki opens with a double, and then Utley grounds out. Delahanty singles, moving Suzuki to third. Delahanty still second. Norm Cash, a 3-run bomb, making it Jersey 3, Hawaii nothing. Willie Wells grounded out, but was safe on a throwing error. Then Willie stole second. Ed Bailey walked. Then Murphy doubles down the left field line, scoring Willie Wells. Bailey moves to third. It's Jersey 4, Hawaii nothing. Buster Posey walks. Gordon walked. Bailey scores. Murphy to third. Posey to second. 5 nothing. Then Ichiro Suzuki, with the bases loaded, hits the big salami, making it 9 nothing. And then Chase Utley strikes out, and Ed Delahanty flied out. So Suzuki and Cash responsible for 7 of the 12 runs. Wow. So sort of sucks to be Johnny Antonelli. All right, and game 2, let's see. Here we go. And this one was Clarkson and Verlander, and Jersey takes the doubleheader from Hawaii. It is 6-4, and everything is up to. Well, we have half games here, and there shouldn't be. So there's unless we have a couple doubleheaders still coming up, there should not be any half game backs in this league because there's no division play in this. Anyhow, Jersey takes care of Hawaii 6-4. Quick look at the box score. Yep. Complete. There we go. So Jersey at 12-11 and Hawaii 12-9. So things tightening up a little bit here. Jersey this time 6-7-1. Hawaii 4-13-2. And once again, Suzuki and Cash just doing it up, but along with Chase Utley this time. Utley 1 for 5 with a home run. Norm Cash 1 for 4 with a home run, 2 runs batted in, and Ichiro went 3 for 5. For Hawaii, Rocky Colavito goes 3 for 5, and Mike Piazza 2 for 4 with a home run, 2 runs batted in. John Clarkson, his record improves to 2 and 4. Justin Verlander falls to 3 and 3, and our miscellaneous, the MVP in this game, Dale Murphy. So the standings at the end of play on 5 May look like this. Detroit 3 games up. Hawaii and Mudville 3 games back of Detroit. Hawaii at 12-9. Mudville at 13-10. 3.5 back is Des Moines at 12-10. Cleveland at 12-11, along with Jersey. They're 4 games back. North Sound playing 500 ball, 4.5 back, 11 wins, 11 losses. Manchester falls to 11-12, 5 games back. Badlands with their win over, so taking the series from Mudville, they go to 8-14, 7.5 back, and Arlington absolutely getting obliterated tonight, 10-0, and they fall to 5-17. There we go, and everything. So Arlington, again, we are only in the first week of May on the games calendar, but you don't want to start talking about eliminating. But Arlington really needs a miracle, and don't know how that's going to happen. But got to remember the 1914 Miracle Braves, last place in July 4th, ends up winning the World Series in 1914. So. Yeah, a 9-run first. How about it? 12 runs, 9 hits. Just crazy. Leaderboards right now. My man, Pop Lloyd. My man, Pop Lloyd, doing it up, man. He's leading the league right now in batting average and runs batted in. So batting average of 404. and he's batted in 27. Just taking a look around here. ERA, we've talked about the higher ERA. Silver King leading at 2.25. Again, a very, very different league than Ned McGreevy, certainly. But talked about Howard Johnson or Walter Johnson. Walter Johnson just kind of having a little tough right now. Let's look at pitching just quickly, and then we'll shut this down. So Silver King leads in ERA, followed by Dick Ellsworth. So Ellsworth pitching pretty well for me. My ace, Pete Alexander, actually at a 4.27 earned run average. So definitely not. This is definitely more offense as we expected than the McGreevy League was, the ancient McGreevy League. Strikeouts. Rube Waddell not even up there. Dwight Gooden leading with 45 of them. Lady Baldwin for Cleveland with 38, along with Whitey Ford. Koufax rounding out the top 10 with 32. Quick look at hitting, and then we'll close it down. Let's look at what do we got here? Yeah, let's look at team stats here. So Detroit leading in team batting at 301. Mudville second at 279. Badlands hitting 276. Jersey fourth at 273. At fifth and sixth, Hawaii and North Sound. Cleveland at 272. Cleveland hitting 267 as a team. Manchester hitting 262. Arlington 260. And then interestingly, Des Moines moving up in the standings here. Batting 10th. They're 10th in batting at 243 runs per game. It's Detroit, Mudville. It's 6.7 for Detroit, and then Mudville 5.7. Arlington 4.8, so actually scoring more runs than North Sound and Des Moines. Teams higher. Team ERA, and I think here's where we start to see the tail of the tape. Des Moines, best team ERA of 3.79. Detroit with its crazy rotation of 4.44. Cleveland second at 3.99. Mudville, team ERA of 4.11. So fun to sort of analyze and see what's going on. Arlington, ninth in ERA, so that tells us a lot there. 6.38, but Badlands 10th at 6.73. Arlington, a lot of errors. Arlington with a 9.53 fielding average. Manchester leading the league in fielding, 9.85 to be exact. So, interesting stuff shaking out here. Let's look at a couple, just some highs per team. So Manchester, with 17 runs in a game, this was back on 23rd April against the North Sound Lumberjacks. Mudville had 16 against the Badlands. That was just today. Let's see, Detroit. Well, they were joking today, 12 runs. Detroit couldn't do that. Detroit actually did do it once in a game against Jersey. Let me see, runs both teams, 23 combined runs, and that was Badlands at Hawaii back on 23rd April, so there's your record there. We don't really, not going to worry about low runs, but let's look at hits for one team. Cleveland managed 20 hits in an April game against Manchester. 31 total hits, Arlington at Badlands. Home runs by one team in a single game, 6 by North Sound against Badlands. And the game with the most home runs for both teams, Des Moines and Arlington, there were 9 home runs. Longest games thus far in this, and inning-wise, both been my team. 13 innings, Mudville at Des Moines, and then Mudville at North Sound. I'm not going to bother checking. You can check any box score in any game, but not going to worry about that. Arlington, Detroit, and Arlington again. So Arlington, lots of errors. There we go. That's it. So this game, or we've simmed through this league a number of times, and we've had all kinds of wild results. But Detroit has largely, I think Jersey did do the league once as we were simming in whatever spring training. So there we are, guys. Thanks for coming in. This broadcast coming in at about 1 hour and 20. And Ken, I saw that you got the lineup I made for you for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So hopefully that will. I was torn between Madlock or Trainer at third. Went to Stathead and had a look at Pie Trainer and Bill Madlock, and clearly in every category, Trainer um, was the pick for third base. So sacrificing a bit of power, but gaining some pretty good defense there from Trainer. Thanks, guys. I think with the low viewership, I don't think I'm going to be doing any more baseball tonight. I might just do a no broadcast by myself. It'll either be Baseball for Windows or MLB The Show. So maybe a little baseball. But as for this, we're done. And I want to thank Mick F. For hanging out with me tonight. Mick F's been here for pretty much the whole thing. World's Worst Gamer's been here for most of the game. As Aaron Reed, let me check it, Aaron, because Aaron says he left me a message in Discord. So let me look in Discord. Actually, you left me too. I'll have to get to it another day, but I'm just sorry that I just can't get to it. Maybe I didn't do that. So, yeah. Thanks, buddy, for letting me know. It'll get. You are most welcome, World's Worst Gamer. You take care. See you around another time. World's Worst Gamer, Aaron Reed, McF, MV, who should now be. Yeah, Aaron, just hang in there, man. Kept every promise I made you. I've just got to do some extra work on another PC to do that. It just can't do. It's just fabulous crack. Just something I just can't handily do at the moment. Cousin Ken Castro was in here for a little while tonight, so thanks to him. I think we caught everybody. Slow night for baseball. MV's reading through the Action PC manual, unable to sleep. Ah, man, oh man. Well, that should put you to sleep. So I will get this BBX file, and so tomorrow, if I do a game, it's going to be late, probably something like 11:30 Eastern Time, but that's something folks are used to on my channel anyhow. I don't know if I'll be doing a Howie Shanks tomorrow night, though. I think I'll probably be doing something else instead, but we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. But I might put on an Ernie Harwell game here in a minute, or MLB The Show and something. Who knows? Anyhow, guys, thank you very much. And we will. Oh, you say you're trying to sort the box issue. You feel the injury thing will come up. Night Owls Unite, says Aaron Reed. Hoot hoot. Let me check something for you, Aaron, just really, really quickly, because shouldn't have missed that, but anything is bloody possible. Anything is possible. So we're not shutting it down just yet. I want to check something for Aaron Reed because I really hate typing. And yep, that's definitely a big swing and a miss there, Aaron. So, yep. All right, I will remember, and quite possibly, um, that's good because I haven't actually done this for a while. I want to see how not rusty I am. Uh-oh, MV says, aha. Now what? Uh-oh, MV found something. Page 61. All right. I guess we're going to read together here. I think that's a, let's go to the baseball manual. let me move this over here to page 61. Well, geez, it's damn near at the end. Oh, I'm already at page 62. Oh, so your page 61 is a little different than my page 61. So, not sure what you're looking at, dude. On my page 61, it's score sheet abbreviations. Yeah, bedtime story, right? Okay, so I don't know exactly what I'm looking for here on page 61. Or even page 60 for that matter. Under setting rules. Okay, so it is definitely not page 61 for me. So God knows where that is, man. So we may have to put a pause in this till Steve can make some sort of decision here, I guess. Oh, page 51. That's a big oops. Okay. Playing games. To begin play, the commissioner should zip and send a copy of the league file to each member. Okay, which we've done. Instructions on which games to play and whether they should be played against the computer manager or their opponent over the internet. League members should install the new league file in their game and play the designated games. Games then should be exported and sent to the commissioner, who will import them into the master league file. This works using the opening game screen utilities menu to export and import games in the same basic process as exporting and importing manager files. Once the commissioner receives and imports the games, the process is repeated for the next block of games. So that means we've got to keep trading around league files, is what you're saying, which sucks. That really sucks because it's like got to keep. So what? This is what I propose. Then, if we just put them up there, we should be able to see the timestamp. Because I'm serious. If I show you, I've got all these leagues now for, and it's just crazy. It's the same file, and it's getting crazy. And I don't know how many copies now I have. I mean, I could go through and do some work, but maybe we could do something um, a little bit. Because basically, what we're doing, I guess, so these box scores. Steve says though that the BBX, the injuries. So yeah, I'm gonna upload just the BBX at this point and see what Steve says. But oh man, I don't know. I don't know. Tell you what, I'm just gonna put a message. Yeah, you deleted your old files. I'm just. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll zip the league file. I'll zip the league file. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is just getting a bit, getting to be too much. I'm just afraid to. I mean, I know I can always reinstall and everything, but we had to do this out of necessity, though. And yeah, I know you're gonna send both. All right. So let me bring up Discord again. And let me go ahead and close the manual. So, all right, MV, if that is the case. All right. So, trusting my mods right now as I can't actually see the screen. Zip league file. Um, no, I don't want to save it there. I actually want to go to the league folder to Shanks. And Shanks 515.23, I guess. So I guess for the league file, we probably should do. I have no idea. I'm gonna put yeah, I'll just leave it like that. Okay, that one is zipped. Let me get that sent to MV right now. And I know you're asleep, but check it tomorrow. And hopefully we can get this sorted. Again, with McGreevy, we didn't need to do this because we just had one broadcaster. Um, and So for this one we did, and we don't have people playing games and then sending them to us. So it that is what we're doing, but it seems counterintuitive to me. So I guess the box scores are just that, BBX, right? If the manual is correct, but I would feel comfortable in having Steve confirm that because he's done online leagues or done leagues like this before. Good God, look at all those files in there. Jesus. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. All right, here it comes there, my friend. Let's move it over. Okay, the league file is up, MV, and now I'll also put the BBX up there. And I did games May 5th, right? Okay, yes, 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 yes. And that should be that. And again, we'll go to the league folder, and we have to call this one 6 May. Six May games. All right. Begin export. Done. And let's go up one and back down one. And let's find this crazy BBX file. There it comes. And you have both files, my friend, in Discord now. Oh, you're going to check? All right, I will wait. Oh, no. No, Mickey. No, it's not. It's not. Um, we're trying to just figure out how to, and why is this still showing up? That's weird. Hmm. Hmm, 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 hmm. Strange. Anyhow, oh, I see why. There's just been so many injuries in the game and stuff like this, and stuff like that, and we're not sure whether it's. So Steve feels that these BBX files, which are just the game, the box scores, he feels that they should carry on the injuries, but according to MV, they don't. Um, so he's got both of them, and he's going to check. That's kind of where things are right now. The fun back end stuff of doing things like this, and I say fun. That's not the fun part. This is definitely not the fun part. All right, let's get back to our just our snapshot of the league. Okay, now MV saying weird. So what's that? Okay, yep, absolutely. MV over there, man. It is 3:29 a.m. for him. So, oh, I have no idea. I have yeah, Stanton. Yeah, I said Stanton was injured. I think today. Who's Stanton play for? Let me see. Who does he play for? Player search. Let's look. I forget who he plays for. Um, so he plays for Des Moines, right? So let's check Des Moines because there was an injury. I think it's a day-to-day injury for him, though. Yep, Giancarlo Stanton and Andrew Jones both injured until game calendar, pardon me, 6 May, which is tomorrow. So Once you advance the day, um, I think those injuries will clear. So there are 2 injuries for Des Moines. So the games carry over perfectly. Yep, Stanton and Jones, 1 day injuries each. So either you or Steve will begin 6 May tomorrow. Won't be me, since I'm working 2:30 in the afternoon until 10 o'clock in the evening. MV, thank you. I hope you can get some sleep, man. I don't know if you're working today, mate, or what, but 3:31 for you, pal. Yeah, have Steve take a look. And he could try what Steve could do, since you have the Master League file, is maybe have Steve. You start at 11. Okay, good. You'll get some sleep then. And you're a freelancer, right? Um, so Steve could maybe have a look first just by importing the BBX files, and he should still see those injuries in those teams. Stanton and Jones should be, um, their injuries should be cleared once the day's advanced, I think, is how that works. And if he's not seeing those injuries since they were injured on the 5th, then we know the BBX files aren't enough. I think we're good. All right. MV, we appreciate your vigilance. When we go to McGreevy, when we return to McGreevy in July, um, well, Stahl didn't carry over yesterday or the other day because all I got was the BBX file. We'll get it. It's not so bad. And you were cool. You took Stahl out of the lineup and put in Bob Hazel. So appreciate the honesty because I don't think anybody would have caught it. So you're all good to go. Appreciate your honesty, your vigilance, man, keeping us straight. When we go to McGreevy, I think we might just go back to the old format. I'm not sure yet. Either that, or maybe we'll have this so ironed out that we'll have somebody that will want to do some dead ball games and stuff like that. We will see. In the meantime, looks like I have to try to do something here I haven't done in a while. Yeah. Blah. All right. Anyhow, take care, guys. I'm not going to go through and do the thank yous. There's only 2 of us in here, anyhow. So, thank everybody, and see you next time. So, head might be the way. Woozy. Get some sleep, MV. See you guys around the batting cage. Sláinte, mate. Absolutely. Ta-ra.